Yesterday we talked about the Mayan Empire. Today we're going to talk about the Aztec Empire. Before we get started, let's take a look at our essential questions and key vocabulary words for today. Our essential questions are: who were the Aztecs? What was their civilization like? Our key vocabulary words are human sacrifice and indigenous. The Aztec Indians had already built one of the most advanced civilizations in the Western Hemisphere by the time Columbus made his first voyage to the Americas. Archaeologists believe that the Aztec capital of Tenochtitlan may have had a population of over 200,000. This was larger than any city in Spain or England during the same time. The ancient tribes wandered for many years. In the 1200s, they began to settle in the Valley of Mexico, which is in the central part of Mexico. This is where the great city of Tenochtitlan was founded and is now the site of Mexico City, the modern-day capital of Mexico. Aztecs belonged to a large family group called a calpolli, a word that meant big house. Each calpolli owned a plot of land to meet the needs of its members. In addition to providing necessities for their own members, each calpolli presented the government with part of their harvest as a tribute. There were four main social classes in Aztec society. The upper class nobles owned land of their own in addition to the land of their calpolli. The commoners farmed the calpolli land or made crafts and gave tributes to the nobles in return for protection. Serfs who farmed the land of the nobles formed the third major class. Slaves were the lowest class. They had either been captives of war, criminals, or citizens who became unable to pay their debts. Slaves became household servants or worked alongside the serfs in the fields. Their cities were filled with beautiful pyramids and temples for worshiping. The project to bring fresh running water to the cities was started under Chimalpopoca. The aqueducts were constructed twin pipes of compacted earth and wood. When one pipe needed to be worked on, water flowed through the other. The pipes were high enough over Lake Texcoco to allow canoes to pass. The Aztecs worshipped many gods and goddesses. Each village and each occupation had its own patron god. A different god also watched over each day and each division of the day. The people worshipped the various gods and goddesses to attract good forces of nature and to repel harmful powers. Each month of the calendar had a festival with music, dancing, processions, and human sacrifices. Like the Mayans, the Aztecs also had two advanced calendar systems. The first calendar was similar to one created by the Mayans and handed down through the ages. It was a lunar calendar based on the phases of the moon. The Aztecs established their second calendar on the movement of the sun. Also like the Mayans, they had a system of writing that used glyphs. Soon after Columbus landed in the Americas in 1492, the Spanish began settlements in the New World. Hernando Cortez headed an expedition in 1519. He was looking for riches and slave laborers for the plantations in Cuba. Cortez and his men, known as the conquistadors, encountered the Aztecs. It took just 3 years for them to be conquered with the help of other tribes. The Spanish conquerors destroyed the Aztec cities and made them their slaves. The Aztecs had little chance against the invaders. The Spanish had better weapons and armor than the natives. It's now time to read some more information about the Aztecs with your partners. You'll begin by comparing and contrasting the Mayans with the Aztecs. Head back to your playlist and read the directions on your Google form.